Everyone wants to be rich, but almost no one understands how the mind creates wealth. They chase strategies, trends, and secret formulas, forgetting that money is only a shadow of thought. You don't attract wealth by wanting it, you attract it by becoming the kind of person who can hold it. That's the uncomfortable truth most gurus won't tell you. Napoleon Hill spent 25 years studying the richest men in history, and discovered they all shared the same invisible pattern. Not luck. Not education. A mindset engineered for abundance. A mental code that turns thoughts into results, even when the world says it's impossible. That's why two people can start in the same place, and one ends up free, while the other stays trapped. In this video, you'll uncover that code. The principles that the wealthy live by, but rarely talk about. We'll go beyond positive thinking and reveal how to reprogram your subconscious for unstoppable growth, confidence, and prosperity. If you're ready to stop wishing and start creating, this may be the turning point you've been waiting for. Most people think they're in control of their choices. They're not. Napoleon Hill revealed that the subconscious mind, the silent, unseen part of us, controls 95% of our daily actions. It's the invisible script running in the background, deciding how much money you earn, how you react to failure, and even how confident you feel. You think you're choosing, but in truth, your programming is. Imagine your subconscious as an operating system installed in childhood. Every belief, every emotional experience, especially the painful ones, became part of the code. If you grew up hearing money doesn't grow on trees or rich people are greedy, that became a rule in your inner software. And here's the catch, the subconscious never argues. It just obeys. That's why so many work hard but stay stuck. Their external efforts can't override an internal command saying you don't deserve more. Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But belief is the key word. Until you rewrite the hidden script, your results will always match your mental programming. And that leads us to the next truth, how beliefs quietly build the financial limits of your life. Napoleon Hill said, riches begin with a state of mind. Yet, most people unknowingly program themselves for scarcity. Every financial ceiling is first a mental one. If you believe money is hard to earn, that belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You'll subconsciously reject opportunities, undercharge for your work, or procrastinate when abundance is near, because it threatens your inner identity. Think about it. Someone who believes I'm not good with money doesn't need an external enemy, their subconscious becomes one. Even when a promotion or investment opportunity appears, fear or doubt quietly whispers, you'll lose it. That whisper is powerful because it doesn't shout, it persuades. And you obey, thinking it's logic when it's really programming. Hill called this the law of belief. You can never outperform your self-image. To break free, you must first identify your financial beliefs. Write them down. Ask, who taught me this, and is it even true? Awareness breaks the illusion. And once you question those mental walls, you can rebuild your inner foundation through the next principle, repetition, the true language of the subconscious. Napoleon Hill called it autosuggestion. Modern neuroscience calls it neural rewiring. Both describe the same truth, your subconscious learns through repetition. It doesn't respond to logic, it responds to patterns. The thoughts you repeat, the words you speak, and the emotions you attach to them become mental blueprints. In time, your brain accepts them as facts and shapes your behavior accordingly. Think about how you learned to walk, drive, or read. It wasn't instant, it was repetition. Your subconscious built confidence by consistency. The same happens with money, confidence, and success. If every day you say, I can't afford that, your mind programs scarcity. But if every day you affirm, I'm learning to manage wealth wisely, your brain begins searching for proof of that new identity. Hill's advice was simple, tell your mind what you want, often and with emotion. Write affirmations tied to your purpose, speak them aloud morning and night, and visualize success as if it's already real. Repetition rewires reality. The more consistent your message, the faster the subconscious adapts. And once that new pattern takes root, it amplifies its power through the mind's most creative tool, visualization. Napoleon Hill taught that the imagination is the workshop of the mind. Long before neuroscience proved it, he understood that your brain cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined event and a real one. When you visualize with emotion, your subconscious releases the same chemicals as if you'd already succeeded. You're rehearsing success until it feels natural, until it becomes your new reality. Think of athletes visualizing victory before the game, or entrepreneurs who mentally see their business thriving before it exists. Their brains don't wait for proof, they create it. The subconscious takes the image as instruction and begins aligning habits, confidence, and perception to match it. Visualization is not fantasy, it's mental conditioning for wealth and achievement. Hill's method was practical. Close your eyes, picture your goal in detail, and feel the emotion as if it's already done. See the bank balance, the freedom, the gratitude. The clearer and more consistent your inner movie, the faster your outer world begins to mirror it. But visualization alone isn't enough, it needs fuel. And that fuel is emotion, the subconscious mind's most powerful language. Napoleon Hill often repeated, thoughts mixed with emotion become magnetic. Logic may convince the conscious mind, but only emotion moves the subconscious. It's the difference between saying I want success and feeling success in every cell of your body. The subconscious doesn't respond to cold words, it responds to energy, intensity, and emotion. Think about the memories that shaped you most, they're tied to strong feelings, joy, fear, pride, shame. That's why they last. Your subconscious records emotion as evidence of truth. So when you attach positive emotion, gratitude, excitement, certainty, to new beliefs about wealth, you accelerate the rewiring process. It's not just thinking rich, it's feeling rich before you are. Hill said you must mix faith with emotion. Faith creates certainty, emotion gives it life. Combine both in daily visualization, and you'll notice opportunities start appearing, people, ideas, synchronicities. This isn't magic, it's frequency. Emotion tunes your subconscious to the vibration of success. But to protect that new frequency, you must guard the one thing that shapes it most, your environment. Napoleon Hill was clear, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Your environment is not neutral, it's either programming you for expansion or shrinking your vision. The subconscious absorbs everything, the conversations you hear, the energy around you, the goals of your circle. Spend too long among people who complain, and you'll begin to echo their language without noticing. Hill called it the mastermind principle, surround yourself with minds that elevate yours. Success is contagious, just like failure. Being in a room with ambition rewires your belief of what's possible. It's not about arrogance, it's about alignment. You can't plant roses in a desert and expect them to grow, the soil must nourish the seed. The same law applies to your dreams. If your environment doesn't reflect where you want to go, redesign it. Start small, follow people online who inspire you, declutter your space, change your morning inputs, music, news, conversations. Every sound and sight is a suggestion to your subconscious. Protect it. Because once your environment starts to match your goals, it naturally triggers the next stage, inspired action, the bridge between vision and manifestation. Napoleon Hill warned, faith without action is dead. Too many people visualize, affirm, and dream, but never move. They wait for perfect timing, not realizing that clarity only appears after movement. Inspired action isn't about doing everything, it's about doing what your intuition highlights as aligned. When mind and purpose connect, the smallest step can unlock unimaginable momentum. Think of action as electricity. Your thoughts are the wires, but without current, without movement, they carry no power. Hill taught that desire must be followed by definite plans, and those plans must become daily effort. Even a simple routine, writing your goals, reading 10 pages, or contacting one potential client, creates compound momentum that turns invisible faith into tangible progress. The universe rewards the brave, not the hesitant. When you act on faith, you prove belief. Each action sends a message to your subconscious, I am becoming this person. That message rewires identity faster than thought alone. But as your energy rises and your results begin to appear, there's one last principle that sustains everything you've built, Gratitude, the final amplifier of abundance. Napoleon Hill called gratitude a magnet for riches. It's not just politeness, it's a frequency. Gratitude tunes your mind to abundance instead of lack. When you constantly thank life, even for small wins, you train your subconscious to see possibilities, not problems. The more you appreciate what's working, the more life expands what's working. That's the hidden law of increase. Think of gratitude as mental alchemy. It turns ordinary moments into fuel for prosperity. Hill observed that successful people express thanks before the reward, not after. They act as if what they desire is already on the way, and that certainty alters behavior, tone, and vibration. Gratitude doesn't make you passive, it makes you powerful, because it roots you in faith, not fear. Start simple. Each morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for, 1 from the past, 1 from the present, 1 from the future you're creating. Feel it as truth. Gratitude isn't about waiting for the blessing, it's about realizing you already live within it. And once you master that state, abundance stops being a pursuit and becomes your natural condition. You've just learned the invisible architecture behind every great fortune, not numbers, but laws of the mind. The question is, what will you do with it? Will you keep feeding the same doubts, or finally build the belief system that matches your dreams? Remember, your reality is loyal to your thoughts. It can't outgrow the limits you set inside. Napoleon Hill once said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." But belief without action is just daydreaming. Start small, rewrite 1 belief, take 1 inspired step, show gratitude for 1 thing today. That's how every empire begins, with a single, conscious decision to change the inner script. So, tell me, what's the first thought you'll rewrite starting now? Drop it in the comments. Let's see who's ready to move from wishing to creating. And if this message spoke to your soul, subscribe to the channel, activate the notifications, and join this journey of mental mastery and true abundance. The next chapter of your success story starts here.